Welcome back, Koshe.
Yep.
You got it right?
Yep.
Okay, fine. Now, you need only up to here to understand any automation framework, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you understand it well, you are good enough to start automation. Now, let's try to understand JUnit. JUnit framework is used by the uh, developers, okay, or
So currently, is JUnit like why you want to use test NG versus JUnit? Or is it like JUnit not used anymore or something and get obsoleted by test NG?
okay, it is because JUnit has only few features. It's not that powerful framework as TestNG. Let me show you by example. Okay, I choose JUnit. Okay, let me take automation. Everything is ready here. JUnit is here. Okay, now let me create inside src test java. I create JUnit framework package. I say JUnit frameworks. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know the test fixtures will be different for JUnit and test NG, correct?
Yes, not different actually. Uh, all the fixtures are actually feature. Now JUnit has only four features. Let me show you. Let me call a test login, say for example, and I'm not taking main method. Okay, I just click on finish. Test login. I don't have main method because in any test framework we don't use main method. Okay,
I see.
void.
But then how are you going to execute?
Let me
How do you
explain.
execute
I will explain.
mm-hmm.
Now, in any test framework, every method is a test case. Say for example, here this is, say for example, setup. You want to set up your test method and you have public void another method. This is login test, say for example, and you have another method that is public void tear down, meaning you want to close the browser. So in setup method you want to open the browser, and here you want to test login feature, and also you want to close the browser. Okay, if you run it, there is no option to run it. It says run configuration. Now you have to configure it, meaning you don't have entry point of Java to run this program. You need main method.
Exactly.
But in TestNG or JUnit, there is before, before, we call it before feature. Okay, or you can say test annotation. Before test annotation. When you hover over here, you see before is telling you to import it because you have already JUnit inside the project. Say for example, you don't have JUnit.
But you haven't done it, right?
Yeah. Say for example, sometimes
you didn't add it, or how did you add that JUnit?
Yeah, sometimes it comes automatically. Sometimes it doesn't come. Just go to this project. If JUnit is not visible, click on properties and go to build path, Java build path. Okay. And click on libraries. You see JUnit is there. JUnit is there. Say for example, if there is no JUnit, just click on JUnit and add library. It will come here. Okay. Say for example, I don't have JUnit. Let's just take it out. Right button, click on JUnit, build, remove build path. JUnit gone, right?
Yep.
Now it's complaining. If you put this one, it will now import from TestNG, not from JUnit.
Correct.
So you have to go to the project. Okay, look for build path, add external archive or add libraries, or you can click directly on configure build path. It's also
go back again a second. Sorry. Yep.
Once again,
yeah,
right button click,
uh-huh.
Go to build path, then go to configure build path.
What happened if you don't have that option for building?
Definitely there will be. Then click on libraries. Now you see there is no JUnit. I don't see JUnit here. Can you see?
Nope.
If you can't see, you can click on add library. JUnit is there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Java fundamental project. I don't have a building path. If I right click.
Finish. Now JUnit is here. Add library. Right here. Finish. Then apply. Now you see JUnit 5 is there. Now if you don't find the build path here, go and check build path is not here. Suppose you don't find it, and you have to go properties, click on properties. It will show you Java build path. JUnit is there. Then apply and close, and it will be here. So you can do it 3 ways actually. Showed you 2 ways. Then now click on import before. You see org.junit. Okay, so I take it. All right, now at the rate after is after test. You want to close your browser. All right, now you have, this is your test case. Now in unit testing you will have one unit. You are testing login test, say for example. Just type here tests. Now you see import tests and JUnit tests annotation is there. Now you can execute it by JUnit. You don't need main method. You see, run as. Now you can see JUnit tests, right? You see, you have one-on-one pass. Green means pass. So login test pass. Now if you have another test case, say for example you want to test also logout functionality or logout feature. Logout test is a logout feature. Now you have 2 test cases, right?
Yep.
Now when you are testing one, this is unit testing. But when you are testing 2 unit, it becomes now integration testing. Okay.
How did you create that test? Is that test? Okay, that test project. Okay, create a project, a test, right?
Okay. Now I'm coming to that point. Now you have also another test method, and there is title test. You want to test the title. Now you have 3 test cases, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 pass. Now you want to test it later, so you want to ignore. How many feature or test annotation we find? One is before, another one is test 2,
Yep.
then ignore,
Yep.
and after. So we have only 4 features in JUnit test. But in TestNG we have I think almost 10 features. So another 5 more, or 15 features, another 10 more. That is why JUnit is less powerful, and only the developers using it because it serves their purpose. But if you are a functional tester, you need more features, more powerful tool and features to test the total application. You cannot test total application with this JUnit. It serves very little specific purpose. You can test units, you can test integration, but you cannot expect end-to-end testing with it.
I see.
To go for end-to-end testing, test the whole application, you have to choose TestNG. You have to choose more features. Say for example, you can directly make these test cases into TestNG very simply. I will show you later. Now, what do you want to do? You want to test a web application. The before is you are actually setting up your test environment here. Then you are writing your test script here. Then you want to close your tests after testing all the test cases. You want to execute it. So how we can do it? Let's write the Selenium code now. Write the Selenium code. We need WebDriver, driver. Now Chrome driver, right? So
Yep.
WebDriver is class. From this WebDriver class, we are creating new Chrome driver object, okay? And we have to import Chrome driver and import WebDriver. To import WebDriver, we need Selenium. So we have to make sure we have Selenium in pom.xml file. Selenium Java 444. Just save it. It should work. Automation. It should be working. Where is our JUnit framework? Here. WebDriver. Let me check WebDriver. I think this is also capital. Yes, WebDriver is capital. D is capital. Okay. Now we need also WebDriver manager. So you can say WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. Okay. Now this WebDriver manager is managing the Chrome driver, and we have to use setup method, and this method is inbuilt method. Okay, we don't create it. It comes with WebDriver manager software. There is WebDriver manager software. If you go to pom.xml file, you see we already install it. Where is it? Web driver manager. Understand? Now, I can say driver dot get the URL, application of the URL we are going to test. You can say https:// open source demo dot I forgot the URL. Let me check whether I have open source. There's demo orange light URM. This one. Say for example we want to test it. This is for practice. Username is admin and password is admin123. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I just copy the URL. This one. Now, let's see whether it's working. Right button click, run as JUnit test. It's invoking the browser, navigating to the application, and here is the application. Actually, there are several test methods. That is why it's opening several times. Okay. Now, I want to test. Look, I execute again. It opens half, right? So I have to tell the browser to open it in full. There is a command for it, and the command is driver dot manages inbuilt method. What I want to manage, I want to manage window also another method, and I want to make it maximize. This is also another method. Now if you execute it, it will maximize the window. Now it will maximize the window. You see? Now it is maximizing. Okay. Now it's executing all the test methods, though we don't have test script. So I don't want to run it now. So I want to ignore. Okay. I want to ignore this test, and I want also ignore this one, because these are not yet developed.
Look at the web application.
Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to test this application. And I want to ignore this one too. Okay. So I just want to write the test case here.
Right. Now find the fields in that web application. And
yes.
See what
driver.
Data is. Yep.
You see, I don't have access to find elements because this driver is within this method. We call it method scope. Earlier we discussed it. So you have to make this driver global. You have to make it global. So you have to declare here in the class scope. Now the driver is global, but you have to find out where. Right.
But isn't it because it's public void setup? It shouldn't be accessible.
Yes, it is now accessible, but you cannot access from a method. It is within the method. It will be accessible now to the other method if you declare it inside the public class. Now you see, now you can access it. Driver, you see, lot of methods and functions here. But if you don't do it, say for example, you just uncomment, now you see red mark. It's not accessible. Okay. So you say driver dot find elements by ID, say for example, and inside the ID, by ID is a method. Inside the method you put the value of the ID. And you say send keys, another method, and you will send here
The
username.
Yep.
And then you want to test the password area.
Yep.
Again, you put here the password and here ID. Say for example, I don't know whether it has ID. And finally, what I have to do, I have to click on the login button, right? And it will be click method. Now let's try to find the elements for user name. Where is the open source orangelight.com? This one. So we want to test this login functionality. Okay, this is unit testing. Just to do it, I have to find the locators and elements. We use locators. There are 8 locators in Selenium. One is by ID, another one is by CSS selector, another one is by name, another one is by expert, then by tag name, link text, by link text, and partial link text. These 8. So I just right button click here, inspect. Then I have to click on inspector. This is called inspector. Then back the area that I am going to find the locators, elements. So I click back and it's showing class is this and name is username. There is no ID. Okay, so I take username, say for example username, right? So I can take class also, no matter any. You can use any locator from 8 locators, and I choose name and value of the name is username. I go back to my project and I choose here name, not ID. Okay, it's name and value of the name goes here. Okay, and I know username is admin123. Sorry, admin only. Okay, And let's go back to the application, and application, I click back on inspector. I want to choose the password elements, and I see class is this, and I don't find any ID here, only I have class. But we can choose export, right button click, copy export, okay, type it, I click it. But I choose also class if I want, okay. Choose class, no matter. To make sure, you can click back. It's not highlighting. Username, password, passfield is here. You see class is this, name is password, okay. So name is password, I can take name, no problem. Name is password, and I just click here, this is name, and value of name is password, and it is admin 123. And finally I have to click on login button, right? So I click back here, and I see class is longer. I choose different. I don't see anything else. I can choose class, but at the same time we can write our own export, okay. I can choose export from here, or I can write my own export if necessary. Let's try with it. This is export. By export, an export is here, a little longer, and I just try to run it. We use correct username and password, it should log in.
We have at ignore and add test.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's not running. It say 3. Okay, I have to take it out. Good catch. So it's invoking browser. It says, yeah, invoking browser, navigating to the application, then
It's not finding the element.
maybe. What did it say? Let's see. It say fails. Okay. Why it fails? User password, user. Let's try again. Let me save it. I ignore all tests except this one. So it's supposed to be pass.
Okay, now.
Yeah, we are inside, right? Inside of it. So test is pass. Okay. And we want to close the test. You see, this is not closed. Now I want to close it. So our driver is global, so the driver should work here also. Driver dot close and driver dot quits. Now I also run this. I take out the ignore, so it should be closing also.
What? That's too quick.
It say failed. Why it failed? Let's see. Maybe it could not. So actually what we do in that case, we say threads dot sleep we say thread dot sleep allow throws declaration. So when we allow it, it throws interrupted exception. Then sometimes it takes some time to locate the element, find the element. So we say driver to sleep or wait for 10 seconds until it finds the elements, locate the elements. Let's see. Connection resets. Successfully Chrome browser started but couldn't locate the elements. Okay, but it closes the browser.
Add the ignore. You have add ignore at the closing the browser.
Closing the browser, we have add ignore.
Where's that? Oh, sorry. I thought there was one. Sorry.
Okay.
What's that one at ignore? There's one that's at ignore.
This one is titled.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Login test fails.
Oh,
Login test fails. Okay. 2 skips, 1 ran. But
yeah, that's fine. 2 is okay to skip. Yeah.
it should not fail. Let's try again.
Okay, looks good. Open the browser. Put the information. Okay, now you log in.
Yeah.
Now close the browser.
Pass. Okay.
Okay, now it passed. What happened? Wow.
Yeah, sometimes it's crazy, you know.
I mean, that's the question I have. It's like it's unpredictable. Like, yeah, it should work, but like it's not working.
Yes, sometimes we have to also see the connection, whether I have good connection to run the automation. Okay. All right. Okay, I will upload this into browser, into YouTube. You can watch it again and again and test it. And you can also now write the logout test script, and also you can also, I can say, ignore, and you can say driver dot title get title. Okay, and you can store it inside a string variable title, and just print title, and say the title is title. Alright, even we can call it actual title. Okay, actual title. This is actual title. Alright, and now you can check the actual title is what. Okay, again failing. Okay, what's the reason? Let's try again. Invoking the browser, navigating to the application. Okay. Login test failed. Come on. Login test failed. Title is orange HRM. Okay. Let's try again. What's wrong with it? Come on. Invoking the browser, navigating to open source. Yeah, now pass. Okay. Why? Oh my goodness. What we can do, we can say better option is driver to manage wait in manage timeouts implicitly wait, and I1 duration is implicitly waits. I1 time I want 3000 and unit is milliseconds, say for example. I can say seconds. Time units. Seconds. Time unit dot I can choose seconds or hours, days, minutes, nanoseconds, whatever. I think 10 seconds more than enough. Okay. Multiple markers line method implicitly wait long unit. Syntax error. Okay. We need semicolon. Okay. All right. Let's see. It might change the game. Invoking the browser, navigating to the application, expanding the window. Yes. One skipped out of 3 to passed. Okay, fine. Now what we have? We have logout test. To log out from the application, what we can do, let's go to the application. Username is admin, admin123, login, and we are inside the application. Okay, now to log out, I don't know log out where, maybe here. Yes, we have to click on here first, then click on logout. Okay, so let's do it again. We have to log in. We log in, then we want to test logout. Okay, logout. To test logout, we have to click here. So action is click. Inspect elements, we have to click here. Okay, click on here, then click back here, and we don't have anything. We have, I think, let's try again. Where is logout? We have to click here. Click here or anywhere. Okay, so we have to click on the drop down. Okay, drop down. Let's try again. Click on drop down. It doesn't work, so click on the picture. No, click on here. not even showing. Okay, let's try again. Alright, it doesn't even show where it is. Okay, let's try again. Click on here, say for example. Let's try, click on here. Where is actually Paul Collins? Here. What is Paul Collins? I don't see, right here. Okay, so let's try again. Click on Paul Collins. Okay, this one. We have class actually. Okay, let's take class. So I can say driver, since driver is global, it should work here. Find element by class, not class name, class. Okay, and inside the class we have the value of the class. Okay, and we want it to be clicked. Why class is not working? So class name. Okay, then driver dot find element by, we don't know yet, let's say it is ID, and it should be click. Let's try. So we have to log out, we have to click on logout, right? So let's try to find out the logout role class. Let me take the link text is logout. Okay, I just take logout and I want to use the link text. Find out by link text. Okay, and the link text is logout. Now let's try execute the whole, sorry, I have to take out the ignore. Okay, it didn't run because it skipped one skip, so I want to run it also. And now just save it, run the test once again, and I hope the test framework successfully completed. Yes, it is. Wonderful. So we already log out. Okay, now if it is okay, I can say here, not close browser, I can also say test successfully completed. If it is printed, everything done perfectly. Invoking the browser, navigating to the application, expanding the window. Okay. Logout test fail. You see, it says logout test fail. So something didn't go well. By expert. Let's find out the expert. Let's click it back. Click. I want to take expert. Copy expert. Okay. Fine. We also customize our experts. I will show you another day. Okay, so that you can understand perfectly from beginning to end. Okay, save it, then run the test. Again, let's not keep here any key. Right button click, run JUnit tests, invoking the browser, navigating to the again invoking the browser. Actually, for every test cases before running the tests method, browser is invoking and closing, and again invoking and closing for every test cases. Okay, and logout test again fail. I think, yeah, should work, but it didn't. By expert by link text. Let's try another way. Let me write our expert own expert. Sometimes it does work well. Let's go to open source. Okay. Inspect elements. We want to write logout tests case. So it means we have to log in first. Admin 123. Logout test. So let me right button click export. Logout tests. How we can write it? I just press Ctrl F and I have here some space to write code. Expert starts with double slash, then star, okay, then square braces, then name of the tag name. Tag name is A here, so at the rate tag name equal to Actually tag name will be here, tag name, then square braces, then at the rate, then what you want to use link text, right, or class, whatever. Say for example I want to use class, then I have to inside the one single quote I take class name. Okay, it should be unique. When I put it, you see it's highlighting and it says there are 1 of 4, meaning there are 4 such experts here. So it should be 1 on 1. So we cannot rely on it. Okay, so I just take it out. I'm not taking class, rather I'll take link text. Okay, I'll take link text. I can use there is no ID. I can take link text equal to text is logout. So log out, I can type log out and it shows 0, meaning it's not working. Link text, add link text, okay, let me use star instead of link text. Log out. Log out. We can copy, rather copy log out. Link text logout is not working. Okay, now let's take copy selector, means CSS selector. Let's try with CSS selector. Okay, yeah, sometimes it's tiresome. We are using CSS selector. CSS selector, and CSS selector is so long. However, let's try run it. JUnit test. Invoking the browser, navigating to the application. Okay. Wonderful. Third one is I think it did pass because it is logout, right? Logout. Yeah, tests successfully completed, but still logout is failed. Logout is not working. Okay, let me try with XPath again. Let's try to do it with XPath. Click back on logouts. Copy elements, JS style, XPath. I take XPath. Let's try. This is our job. That's why we are being well paid. Okay, automation engineers paid 100K plus. So we have to take this pains. Okay, XPath. Now let's try. JUnit test. Invoking the browser. Navigating to the application, expanding the window, very quick. Okay, it seems okay, but ultimately it depends on the report. Yes, now, oh my goodness, it's again fail. Okay, what's wrong with it? Click, click, click. I think this portion is not working. Let's try to run one. Okay, let's try this one. Actually, it's not responding. What's wrong with it? Paul Collins. Okay. Click on Paul Collins. Class should work. Let's try with class. What's wrong with class? The left hand side argument must be a variable. Class assignment operator expected after this token. Okay, let's see. Yeah, logout is failing. Okay. By export. I think there is link text also. Let's try with link text. No, there is no link. Okay. What about if we click on image? But we have to be sure whether it's working. Actually, something wrong. It's not responding sometimes. Okay. Let's try to click on picture, and it's working when we click on picture. Okay, so let's try with picture. Click on picture. It has link text and class is this one. Okay, since class is not working, we can use this link text. Let's take the export. Okay, export image class. We have class. Okay, let's try to write export. How we write our export? Double slash, then name of the link. Actually, tag name is image. Okay, then square braces and the rates. I can see class equal to, we can copy the classes value. I put here classes value and with square braces. 1 of 1, perfect. It matches perfectly, so we can take this export. Okay, now it will work, I hope. It's actually export. We actually customize the XPath. We write our own XPath. We can do it. Okay, now it will work, I hope. Giving us pain anyway. This is our job. That's why we are being paid well. Okay, if it's repetitive task, sometimes we feel boring, yet it's interesting at the same time. I love it. Okay, I love it. Even I hope we able to. Okay, definitely the second one is failing, I guess. Okay, I believe causing the problem. Anyway, let's try again and again. Go to logout. Click on logout. Come on. Don't give us too much trouble. Alright. Login. Okay. Never. Logout. We have class. Okay. Let's try to write our XPath. It's again air tag. Air tag is anchor tag. Let's be sure. Logout. We have class. Let's try with class by class. Class is not taking why, I don't know. Anyway, let's try with XPath again. And this is XPath. Let's try again. Click on logout. I don't see any ID. Anchor tag. Anchor tag. And at the rate. So link text equal to this class. Okay, let's take class first. Class equal to one of four. My goodness, we have to be one of one. So link text equal to logout 0. It doesn't work. Link text 0 doesn't work. Notable what about if we say href equal to I take the href let me type web / index php index.php / auth / logout 1 of 1 export. Okay, it will work, I think. Let's try export. Okay, run unit tests. All right, again, oh my goodness, it failed. So we have to report it couldn't pass, meaning the logout is not working fine. All right, all the elements couldn't locate it, so it should be redeveloped. All right, We tried many ways, but it couldn't pass. So control spacebar, and I just say logout fields. But logout feature. Alright, that's all for today. We will try to locate the elements tomorrow for logouts. Let me check once again what's going on there. It should pass. Unfortunately, it's not passing. Okay. Actually, we discussed all the features of JUnit. We discussed about before and after and test annotation, how we can ignore the tabs. Say for example, it's not passing right now, we have to work on it more, so I say ignore, and now test will pass successfully because we are ignoring the problem. Okay, for right now we will work on it again. Let's see how we can make it pass. It's our duty to check every possibility and find out solution. Okay, now we see one skipped from 3 test cases and 2 test cases pass. Okay, all right, this is skipped. I can say completed, logout feature ignored. Alright, now run it again. Invoking browser, navigating to the application, passing the parameters, login, and test successfully completed. Logout feature ignored. Okay, wonderful. And actually we can use assert if you want. Here you can say assert actual title assert assert equals assert equals uh, expected was orange HRM and actual is actual title. Yeah, team 40. Assert equals strong not assert equals I'm not sure orange HRM whether, let's check. Yeah, it's orange HRM. This is expected and this is actual, so since it matches, it should be pass. Fantastic. Okay, so it's all about JUnit test framework. It take 1.5 hours, I'm sorry. Anyway, still it is worth. You are learning test framework skill in just under 2 hours. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. See you in the next session.